Yo, it's your boy DJ Fat Boy, yeah, Herman. We live in the building with Nicki lerose.
What's up, y'all? What's up?
You mind telling people a little bit about yourself?
I'm an upcoming female artist from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I'm somewhat locally known here in my city, but multi-talented, easy learner, I guess. Always elevating, manifesting, and always trying to motivate the next person that may look up to me or that could be standing right next to me. So I always on go.
All right, so you mind telling the people a little bit about how it was to like start your music career, becoming a female artist?
So I would say I started off doing full R&B. It was a little hard because being an R&B artist from Louisiana, it's not very popular down here. I would say blues is more popular and rap is more popular. So if not a blues singer or a rapper, your chances are very slim as an R&B artist. And that's how I felt. It is possible, but the statistics of how many R&B artists have came from Baton Rouge or from Louisiana, period, is very, 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 very low. They may have transfers to other states, but strictly coming from here to the next level, no, it's slim to none. So it was very hard coming up. Being different, I always had, like we talked about it, having dancers, always putting on the show, full out. And it's like people would take that to an advantage because I'm young and I just want to be exposed, I want to be seen, I want to be heard, I want to be this. So they would try to take that to an advantage, and it's like, all right, I'm bringing people to your venues where my money is type thing. Mm-hmm. And people started using this manipulation system of, oh, you ain't got no buzz, or you until you could bring this much money to the venue, then I ain't gonna book you. So then I just shut down from R&B altogether, and I just started focusing on rap, because I knew that was gonna bring in good revenue on both sides, streams wise and event wise. And ever since I converted, it's been nothing but bookings, nothing but money, and still growing though, still growing.
So as a lot of us probably noticed, for the people who listen to the music already, we have this word that we use, and I'll say in Louisiana, I don't know about other states, but in Louisiana, we call them trends, where you might get on TikTok or things like that, and you'll hear songs playing, or you'll hear something, it'll get stuck in your head. And we noticed that a lot of trends that come through, that's been coming about, we've noticed that you've been making major hits as far as with those songs. You mind telling us where that idea and inspiration come from?
Well, I've always been a YouTube person. Mm-hmm. I started off doing YouTube when I was real young. I wish I still had those videos, but unfortunately, I got discouraged due to bullying when I was younger. So I took it down and wish I hadn't. But as far as like social media platforms and starting trends, like a lot of people say internationally wise that Louisiana is the most influential city state in the country. Like we are the most highly like repped on type of like city, like state, like everything that most of these people are doing, they're sampling songs from us, they're getting this bounce culture from us, they're getting this rap culture from us, and they're trying to bring it up north without bringing us with them. So I would say for the most part, setting trends is just all about originality. I've always been a trendsetter no matter what I did. Like I've always been the girl that hung by herself, and now everybody always wonder how she popular, she hang by herself. And it's like, because I have a light that doesn't dim when people are around me or not around me. Like I just shine regardless. So I would say just being original. I have a creative mind, and just taking my art and just turning it into a masterpiece each time with these trends. One of the trends was I actually fed off of somebody from Mississippi. We got on one accord with Thick Little Bitch. Thick Little Bit is what it's called actually. She kind of gave me the idea. I made it a song. wrote up a contract on it, so now we doing our thing with. I'm doing my thing with it, but you know I'ma still give her credit for her creativity. But as far as like copycat, all these songs that I created that people have done trends and dances to, just being creative, taking it from not zero and just turning it all the way the fuck up, like each time.
So we hear you speak on like having dancers and having a problem with like certain promoters as far as whenever you was an R&B artist, they turning you down because you're not famous or you haven't gone viral yet, things like that. You mind telling us the in-between gap of like getting your music to the DJs and things like that?
I would say a lot of DJs, I have really good connections with them. A lot of DJs that's in the game right now, I've been knowing them since I started music. I would, by showing my support, I would go to their events, even at young ages, every little high school event they threw, repost them, book them, repost things that they do, mixes, little things like that, just a lot of stuff like, so I would say the connection was always there with, you know, so it's no problem to ever get them to play a song. Well, what I can say though, like as far as getting turned down, it just humbled me. It made me a better person with promoters, because hey, promoters think about it like this is a money business. I'm putting what, 5 to 10 grand into a party and expecting to make double. So I have to be reasonable with what I'm paying for. So is this person gonna bring me more revenue, or am I just whatever? But when you really think about it, even when people go get these big artists, if you just post this flyer yourself with this big artist on it in Baton Rouge, period, nobody's gonna come. You're still gonna have to put $5, $6, $7, $8,000 into promotion, radio promotion, flyers, on foot, this, that, and the third. Like the marketing game down here is so hard. So you have to get on foot. You have to do everything you can. So you telling me one thing like, hey, you don't have no buzz, but I'm gonna go spend $20,000 on this artist and still have to pay an extra $5,000 to promote them versus putting somebody in the city on who's talented as fuck, and you know that's talented because if they said, well, let me just perform for free, you'll snatch them up real quick. But when it's money involved, oh, you can't throw me. Like, being a woman is hard. You gotta get your hair done, you gotta get your makeup done, you gotta look like something, nails, like everything has to look like something to be presentable to a person's eyes. So like it could be the bare minimum of $100. Like these promoters spend that just on bottles and chains and you know what they want to spend it on, but it be all. I think a lot of it has to do with the connection with them too. But like I even supported them too. Like growing up, like first getting into the club, buying sections, buying bottles, going to every freaking party. Like, but it's like no love in return. But as far as the DJs, I do have a connection with them. And as far as my dancers, I think they add a great a plus to my lifestyle and my career. They're not only just my dancers, but they're friends. They come through whenever I need them, so I love them for that.
So back to the music side of things. We know that you got features with people like Cleveland. Let's see who else, Treated, and a couple other people. You know, I looked up, you know, the first videos that pop up. You mind telling us what an inspiration of, like picking what features you do with people? Because I'm pretty sure you have a lot of people that want features, but everybody can't get one.
I would have to say music chemistry. A lot of times, a lot of people want to do music. Like I have some features that I just can't promote because it's just the music chemistry. Like it doesn't sound like it nails and gels together. As far as those people, I actually did a feature. The person that really kind of brought me out into the rap game a little more, his name is Two, spelled T-A-U. He's an awesome artist. He actually just dropped a project himself. But him alone, he's a rapper. He's kind of like one of those Jordan Lucas type of guys. The behind the scenes, not really on the scene as much, so you may not see him as much, but you probably heard him. My first single with him was called Average. That song went way up. I wish we could have did a video with it. I've also did a feature with Freshness. That was awesome. The music chemistry was there. The friendship was there. Treaty, she was awesome. I think I brought out a better side in her though. I would say compared to her other music, I think I brought her to a different side and really helped her realize how talented she was. Cause that's like when I heard her verse, when she sent her verse back to me, I was just like, damn, like now I gotta redo my verse because at first, like I was gonna, everybody when they think about remixes, because Copycat was already a song, nobody knows that Copycat was actually, with her was a remix. A lot of people go, okay, let me put this same verse I had on there, just let them put their verse on there. No, like when you do a remix, you gotta redo that bit. Like you gotta redo your verse and redo everything, make it sound different. So if you listen to the original Copycat and then Copycat with her on it, it's just a whole different vibe. So I would have to say like the music chemistry and just knowing what these people are capable of doing and trying to bring out that light. Because there's a lot of people that I do features with and they be like, man, I gotta rewrite this whole song, you just with me. And it's a lot of people that don't want to do features with me because of that. Like big people that I've walked in the studio and been talking to one day and they ignore me the next day because they just, like I know they just like, man, I can't let her outdo me and take my shine. So it's an envious thing, but I would say, like I said, the music chemistry is how I determine if I'm gonna really get on the song and go hard. It gotta make sense.
Okay, so before we get off on the, off the features, you have anybody you would like to do a feature with?
I would say, like my goal.
Like right now, they watching this video, and you want to just let them know, like, look, you need to hit me up.
I don't really care. Like I would say, I don't really like speaking on future things, but working on a feature with Erica Banks, and maybe Mulatto. She I think me and her music chemistry might mix. I think that would sound pretty good. Me and Cash Doll got a good relationship though. She just high as hell.
Okay.
We talk though. She's cool, but she bought her money.
So before we wrap this interview up, we noticed that on the first you just dropped the tape. You mind telling us a little bit about that?
Well, so I dropped a single and a video. It was like the whole video shoot. It was so awesome. Shout out to my manager. My manager, he's also the CEO, owner of I'm So Baton Rouge. A lot of people don't know that's my manager yet, but you will learn to know him. He's an awesome guy. He actually got me to hook up to shoot the video in a whole school, like the school thing. Like I never shot a video in school, and I think I did my shit. Like I think it's really nice. I really think people should go check it out, cause it's like, who doing what I'm doing? I'm the first female artist to rip the beat, you hear me? Soulja Boy gonna sign me.
Yeah.
Just playing. Soulja Boy know what it is, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm the first female to ever fucking rip the beat. Like, so I would just say I took that opportunity. Actually one of my friends was like, I could just hear you on this beat, and I'm like, I don't really do remixes. I'll do samples, but I've never really done a remix of another person's song. So when I took that opportunity, I was just like, yeah, I gotta turn this bitch up. So I did my shit. So y'all go check that out.
Alright, so y'all heard that here first. We're out of here.
We out.
Yeah.